Hello everyone, welcome to Pulsating Sack Profession Guides. Today I will be doing a slight overview of blacksmithing and the upcoming changes in Shadowlands. So this is going to be like part 1. I'm going to eventually do all the professions. I'm starting with blacksmithing because this is honestly my biggest moneymaker, gold making. Right now in BFA, I enjoyed blacksmithing in Legion, and this is in my opinion, hands down one of the better professions at the beginning of an expansion. While everyone's out there grabbing the ore and the herbs, I'm buying that stuff off the auction house and I'm putting it into armor and I'm selling it and making ridiculous profits. So if you have liquid gold saved up ready to go for Shadowland, then I highly recommend blacksmithing, leatherworking, tailoring, and maybe avoid the gathering ones unless you're just you multi-box or you're more like low effort and you don't want to sit on the auction house all day. Alright, with that being said, let's get started. Let's dive in. Blacksmithing's looking incredible for Shadowlands. Not only does it have everything we are used to seeing, they're adding more stuff which should increase our gold making capabilities. I'm extremely excited, right? So let's go ahead and come into weapon mods. So yes, we are getting weight stones and sharpening stones back. So if you don't know what either one of those are, it's basically something you add to your weapon and it increases, like this one, auto attack damage for 1 hour. So it is a consumable. People will need to be buying multiple of these. It's not just a one and done. They're going to be buying a ton of these, right? But with that being said, it's the beginning of an expansion. These will get flooded very fast. As you can see, we only need 1 shaded stone, 1 porous stone, 2 porous stones. I don't know how rare these will be. With that being said, these will definitely get flooded and they will get flooded fast. So the key with making gold on these is to be the first person on your auction house with them for sale, or be that first few people. And you're going to be, stalking the auction house. You're going to be doing your undercuts, and you're going to be relisting these as much as you need to get those fast, quick sells. All right. Not much else to be said about these. Going straight into weapons here. Nothing crazy new. As you know, blacksmithing can create weapons, shields, and armor. So none of this is new. However, you'll look on the side here, and we do have something that may look fairly new. Is the optional reagents. Okay, these so let's get with blacksmithing issues. So a lot of issues that blacksmithing, leatherworking, tailoring can have is that they're very good at making gold in the beginning of an expansion, and then they start to taper off as people get really good dungeon gear or raid gear, and it's like, oh well, now none of this stuff is useful. Well, hopefully that's not the case here. Hopefully these optional reagents will actually increase the lifespan of how viable these weapons and armors are into later tiers. I'm assuming that, they're still going to get replaced. But how fast they'll get replaced, that's going to be what's important here. So we'll go into the reagents here in a bit, because that's going to be mostly what we talk about today. So coming back down out of that tab, we'll go ahead and move up to specialized armor. This is still a mystery. As you can see, they haven't really added much, but this is going to be the new legendary system. Hopefully these are BOE. If the items that are going to be used for the new legendary system are BOE and not BOP, this will be great for gold making. That means it's almost going to be required for people to have these. For if it's used for the legendary system and the BOE. Like I said, great for gold making, especially when it comes to making raiders pay and people that enjoy Mythic Plus. They're the ones with a lot more gold and they're more willing to spend it, right? So this right here is the big one. Coming up from there, we have reagents. These ingots go into the armor right here, and then this is actually a new socket. You can add socket to gear now, which is incredible. Okay, so that's also in the optional reagents. We'll go into that. This is nothing new. Just a skeleton key. These can be used. You can sell them. It's generally not worth your time, but you can definitely make some profit off of them. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. The optional reagents is the big thing here. So starting out, for the first one, you can increase your item level by 5, 10, 15, or 20. Like I said, hopefully these will increase the lifespan of how an armor or weapon is useful in the game, right? Hopefully. We don't know how fast these will still get replaced. Like, I don't know the eye level comparable to the plus 20 compared to like maybe a dungeon piece, right? Bonus effects. Okay, these are very exciting. So now you can add different effects to crafted pieces, which is going to make it special compared to, you know, quest pieces, obviously, or maybe even dungeon pieces. It might, you know, some crafted pieces for gold makers, for example, might be better than dungeon pieces because of this one right here, the shadowy rabbit's foot. Slightly increased run speed. Hey, we might be able to make fast speed characters again. You know, maybe not as fast as Legion or BFA, but hey, we still have something here for the gold makers. All right, so we'll go up to the top. Flask effects last twice as long. That's incredible. Like, that's always been an alchemy perk. Obviously, helps out with raiding and whatnot, saves you some gold, but that's going to be great. Retain well-fed effects when slain in arenas or battlegrounds. I don't do much PvP, so maybe the PvPers will really like this one. Well-fed effects last twice as long. This one's great, also saving you more gold. You have to use 50% less consumables, so completing a world quest increases primary stat by 12, 15 minutes, stacking up to 5 times. It's a great little bonus. I don't know how useful that one will be. Swim speed. This one right here, adding a socket. This one's going to be great for crafted gear. Depending on how many sockets you can add on each piece. Just having a piece with 3 sockets compared to maybe someone else's crafted piece that doesn't have any sockets. Obviously, it's going to increase the gold value on yours compared to theirs. Chance to get additional skill points when crafting Shadowland recipes. I don't see this one being too great. Reducing fall damage, right? So all these are a nice bonus to blacksmithing already. Blacksmithing, like I said, already a great gold maker. This should increase the lifespan of it and how long into the expansion these stay useful. And then obviously these are just nice. Specify a secondary stat, right? So if you know how crafting works now, you craft a piece and you get random secondary stats on it. Well, now you can put in optional reagents and actually fix that so you can get specific stats. So this will come in handy when, like, let's say you want to sell a DK, a blacksmithing piece, and you know DKs would want maybe haste mastery right now. Well, you can definitely target haste mastery now and potentially sell the DK for an upcharge because now it has its best in slot stats instead of maybe versatility and, you know, whatever else. So reagents, optional reagents, a great addition to blacksmithing. Other than that, it's fairly simple. Slight overview. Like I said, there's not too much to go over with blacksmithing. But with that being said, thank you all for coming and watching this overview of blacksmithing. I will be doing all of the professions and we'll be going into them more as they start to get uncovered. As you know, right now we're in the alpha, so there's a ton of changes that will be coming to professions, most likely. More additional stuff that's going to be added. I do stream over on Twitch. I'll put the link down in the bottom. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.